Hey, if you live in a closet, you're gonna love today's episode. So look at that. Welcome back to Laugh Cry DIY. I am your host, Katie, and today we are getting freaky. Today's episode is for anybody who lives in a tiny, tiny space. I am standing in the 100 square foot apartment of my friend Andrew. He lives in this small studio, he hasn't done anything to decorate it, and I personally could not live with myself unless I came over and gave him a makeover. So as you can see, Andrew has a very simple studio, simple square box. He has the shelves above, which is very helpful, but we want to bring a little bit of functionality, we want to add a little bit of coziness, and we want to bring a little bit of style. But I'm not here alone. Today we have Andrew's beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous girlfriend, Chelsea.
Hello!
Now we wanted to give Andrew this makeover, but we asked Andrew what his style is, and he said he has none. And in fact, there's very little we know about Andrew.
Yeah, we've been dating 2 years, and what I know is that he loves the Dodgers, and he loves US history, and that's it.
So we're gonna take those themes, we're gonna do what we can, and we're gonna try to give Andrew a sweet, lovely, home sweet studio.
And a place where I would like to sleep.
So, makeover activated. One of the tricks to living in a small space is to create defined living areas, and even if you have a super tiny place, you can do this in various ways. The way you're moving your furniture, the way you're kind of like color blocking the room. Now obviously in this room we have one giant bed. And how can we make a defined living space? We can do one sneaky renter friendly hack. And that is to create a faux headboard. Andrew actually sleeps with his head down here, but when you walk into this space, you want to see like a nicely made bed, but you don't want to be walking into the pillows laying there. So Chelsea and I have decided to
make the bed the wrong way.
Yay! Andrew is a man and he's a Dodgers fan, and therefore the main color of our makeover is going to be
Dodger blue.
Dodger blue. But we didn't want to just do straight up blue and gray because that's boring. That feels a little bit high school boy room. So we wanted to incorporate some kind of rich woods, some warm terracottas, some browns, kind of masculine but earthy but grounded but you know, presidential. Chelsea, are you ready?
I can't freaking wait.
Are you emotionally ready? Okay.
Maybe.
So we could wallpaper right here to create a fake headboard, but to be honest, it's such a small space that we would be spending a lot of money on wallpaper that we had a lot left over for. So instead, we're gonna use this genius freaking hack. This is what you do. You wallpaper with fabric, you take liquid starch, you paint it on the wall, and then you put a piece of fabric over it. It dries perfectly to the wall and you can peel it off like nothing. It's an old army wife trick. They used to have to move from house to house to house.
Wow.
You're learning history, you're learning hacks. This is what we do on this channel.
Andrew's gonna love history.
Oh yeah, military history. Oh my God. So the fabric we're gonna use for this wall is actually a twin bed sheet. Oh yeah, this is the pattern we chose. So we have decided where we want our line to go, and I'm just gonna use my beautiful giant level. One thing, if you're gonna use fabric as wallpaper, make sure that you wash and dry your fabric before you use it as the wallpaper, because when it gets wet, it will shrink. We are just gonna use little thumbtacks to pin it all the way across. How do you think Andrew's gonna respond to slightly animal print headboard?
I think dating me for 2 years has really opened him up to leopard print in general, animal prints across the board.
Oh yeah, Chelsea is from Florida,
yeah.
So it's important to know that
I feel like I'm wearing kind of an animal print today.
Animal print is a neutral in our culture.
Oh, absolutely.
Boom, beautiful, lovely. Before we start sticking it, I'm also just gonna trim off the bottom. By the way, you guys don't know this, but Chelsea is Rachel's roommate. Remember my kitchen makeover where I lowered a shelf for a smaller person? It was Chelsea, and now she doesn't cut herself when she reaches for knives.
Click here to see that.
Yeah, click here.
Somewhere.
So to do this, get yourself a paint tray. Get yourself a bottle of Stay Flow liquid starch, non-sponsored. They sell this at drugstores, grocery stores, super easy. It's like $2. You're gonna get a paint roller. I also have a little smoothing tool. So I have this soaked with starch. I'm literally just painting the liquid onto the wall. Look at that.
Wow.
Smooth it over and immediately paint the outside, and that way it's like double drenched.
It's gotta be wet.
Yeah, keep it wet, babe. guys, this looks so good.
It looks really,
We're
really
really
good.
excited. Okay, and just because I want to prove how renter friendly this is, we are just gonna randomly stick this one to the wall and then let it dry and peel it off so you can see how low damage, non-issue it is.
All right, guys, it's time. We're gonna test it. Is this gonna come off? So the haters in the comments can't talk. Let's see. Oh, baby.
Wow.
Absolutely no damage.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm impressed. Honestly, I trust Katie, but I wasn't sure.
Alrighty, our beautiful, beautiful wall has dried, and now we're just gonna simply cut the fabric down in the corner. Okay, like, hi, wow. Look at this. Dude.
So good.
All right, next up, what does every small space need to make it feel bigger and functional? It needs a mirror. Andrew is a gentleman and a scholar. We are doing this beautiful rich wood walnut mirror right here. Are we level? We'll find out.
Okay, so we know Wi-Fi, extension cords, all of it, hideous. A good hack is to get a basket and put it all inside, and then it's cute. There's so much. Get it
And
in.
the cable cord.
Get it in.
Get it away.
Hide.
We're just like kind of neatly tucking that in. We actually are gonna get a flat extension cord to make that more seamless, but you get it.
So in a small space, you gotta really maximize your storage. Be smart about it. So we went to IKEA and we got some underbed storage. So we're gonna fill this up with all the random items strewn about this studio, so they have a nice little home tucked under the bed. All right, so obviously, like we talked about before, cords are hideous. Katie got these lovely little cord covers that you just slide off, put the cords in, slide them back together. Let's see this magic. Here they go. And then
Ooh, fun.
and there you go. But these come at this length, and it really only needs like 2 1/4 of these. So we're gonna use this handy dandy saw and cut it at the exact length we need so it fits. There, and it just snapped.
Bend and snap. So Chelsea and I were so determined to get him a desk. Somehow I figured out how to custom cut and stain a fold down desk for him that would go in this exact space. Now look, I'm not gonna lie. We tried to do this and we put in drywall anchors and it didn't totally rip out of the wall or anything like that, but we just realized it's not strong enough. That's why there's holes here. So we need to do a stronger version to support this beautiful, beautiful walnut stained desk. The men in my life have told me that there would be studs on this wall, not in the middle, but that there would be a stud here and a stud here. So here's our idea. I went to Home Depot and I had them custom cut this piece of plywood, which, wouldn't you know, fits, holy cow, perfectly end to end, stud to stud in between there. So we're gonna drill this to the wall and then we are going to drill hinges and the flip down, flip up desk to this plywood for extra support. Am I scared? Yes. Did I tell Chelsea I'm not even gonna film this? Yes, because it's gonna be holes in the wall. But there's bigger problems than holes in the wall. I also wanna say shout out to small business, my local business in LA, Balor Hardware. The guys there are awesome. They walked me through this, they talked me through it. All right, so I have drilled 4 holes in the sides here. Now I'm gonna take a 5/16 bit to get through this drywall. Bam, look at that bad boy. Did we make it into the drywall? Through the drywall. We have a stud. We have a motherfucking
Yes.
stud. We got a stud. We got a stud. We got a stud. Cha-ching. Okay, we did it. And now, supposedly, we're gonna put these in and we're doing great, but I have to put my whole body weight against the wall to keep this to the wall. It's a story. Don't worry about it. Ow. now we did a little color match, and we're just gonna hit this very quickly. And I'm just gonna do some quick little pilot holes, and then we're gonna mount the hinges in the desk. So my drill bit just broke off in the wall. I had to realign, remark, re-drill holes because we just couldn't use those anymore. When the haters try to come for you, flip them off, and then flip them up.
Oh, it's good. Baby.
And it's back, day 2. We are emotionally reset, and now it's time to do just the fun stuff. When you're in a small space, you don't necessarily have like room for like a whole entry table and then a whole whatever. So we're hanging a key hook is what we're saying. And it's that nice warm wood.
Dun dun dun. There it is.
Wow. So the place is so tiny, there's not enough space for a nightstand, but he needs obviously somewhere to like basically charge his phone and have that up and out of the way so there's not cords on the ground, so he doesn't have to lay his phone on the ground. So we have this beautiful 3M command hook shelf. We're gonna put it up high so it's like out of the sleeping space. So look at that. Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Now you.
Oh, damn it. I actually realized that in my kit, I actually do have the correct hanging hook strips for this. So I did put them on, but there's nails there anyway. It's just all extra stability, and that's what's nice, you know?
So you guys remember we put up this long skinny mirror here and we have this other wall over here. We were trying to create some balance in the room, so we wanted something long and skinny. So here it is. We're gonna hang this up here to create a sense of balance on the two walls.
Andrew is no longer a college bro who's just gonna put sports posters on his wall. That's why it's custom framed. It's gone from like college bro to like grandpa memorabilia. So we're like classing it up in terms of the sports memorabilia. Don't have your boyfriends at me. I don't want to hear it. This is a picture of Andrew's favorite diner that Chelsea had custom painted by an artist. We're just gonna pop it right above that shelf. Just make a little moment. Why not? And now we are going to tackle these shelves. Obviously these shelves serve a purpose, very helpful. He's storing a lot of things here, but we want to make it look a little bit more aesthetic and cute and intentionally curated. By the way, if you have not seen my video on how to style shelves, click here. The thing is that when you walk into this room, your first focal point is this shelf right here. It currently has a miscellaneous grouping of like Dodgers items, which we will incorporate, but I wanted to make sure that this first thing you see is very kind of cool and cute and styled and stuff. And I really want to bring in the books that Andrew has because those are a big part of what he likes to do. There isn't a presidential biography that is less than 4 inches, I'd say.
I don't read that ever. Thank you.
Lance Bass's autobiography was like 3 millimeters thick, and it was a life-changing book for me, okay? This is like a standard dude's room, right? And you know, there's always interesting objects or surprising or shocking things. You ready for the most shocking object in this home? Why does he have a Tiffany bag? So we wanted to add some fun little like pieces in, and again, our theme here is like blues, browns, rusts, terracotta. So I got these 2 little vases at the dollar store. We're just gonna hit that around the rim, pop that other one on top of it.
Try now.
Oh my gosh, look!
Oh, that's so cute like that. Katie.
Simple, fun.
Visionary.
This is a huge moment. We're putting our first piece of Dodgers memorabilia. It is a sand globe. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. Here we go. Chelsea has decided to glue Tommy Lasorda back together.
Let's see. Tommy, I'm giving you a second life.
What an angle. Okay, so we realized like even in glue or not, we can't save Tommy Lasorda. So instead we're just gonna decapitate him and put his head up all the way there. Cool. So we have this back shelf empty, and this is the shelf that's behind you when you walk into the room, and that's why I'm gonna use this one for kind of his miscellaneous storage. That is stuff that like doesn't need to be seen. But I went to the dollar store, got simple, decorative, cute little cube storage. Just, you know, mix it up. Put your Q-tips in a cute basket. I do just want to take a moment to say that we are standing in maybe 80, 90 square feet, and I have lost my shoes. We cannot find them. Not many places they could be, but
they're gone.
But they're gone. I actually, when Andrew first moved in here, I gave him some suggestions for the layout, and that is to put a freezer and a tiny fridge inside the closet. That way he would free up outside space. But since he's not using the closet, we are using these very clever vertical storage hooks to store his clothes behind the door. And that way they're there, they're easy to access, but he can still use the closet for other miscellaneous storage.
We wanted to upgrade Andrew's bedding, so we got a nice duvet from IKEA.
Chelsea has the steamer prepped because we don't do wrinkles in this house. We also don't do matching pillowcases. We got a little bit lighter, brighter pillowcases. Do a little tone on tone. See? We're gonna make it look cute, don't worry. Now we wanted to add some sort of like decorative throw pillow element, but we knew that realistically there's not a bunch of space for him to store a bunch of little mini throw pillows. So we were just like, let's just do one long little bolster pillow, make it easy. Oops. And of course, what is any bed styling without an effortlessly thrown perfect. No, you know what? Let's just lay it at a fun little angle. Make it feel intentional.
This is the very last thing. So you know it's tile floors in here, so Katie had the genius idea to warm it up with a runner. Oh, gotta put this down so people don't slip.
We love it. Ooh.
Okay. Wow, this makes such a huge difference.
Wow, imagine. And he's gonna get a different one, but for now Andrew does have a little office chair, so we're just gonna tuck that little bad boy right underneath. And hey, let's warm it up in here. Andrew's gonna come home soon. We have finally done our thing. Things are popping off outside, but I think it's time for your big reveal.
Whoa.
Thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you to Chelsea for giving me her moral support and her help.
Thank you to Katie for giving me a place I can't wait to sleep.
To actually stay.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you to Andrew for letting us make a disaster of his place and then rebuild it from scratch. And if you guys like this, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. And until next time, go Dodgers!
Go Dodgers!